Well, hey, everybody. It's actually, we're not even a whole day past in. My surgery was the 10th, and I went in at 10 a.m. I wound up going back around 12:30 p.m. I know I was out at, you didn't have to turn that light on. I'm good. Yeah, you can see me. 6 p.m. is when that I was picked up. I actually have some pictures that I will be inserting so you can see it. I didn't have video or nothing because everybody was trying to, take care of me that they forgot about video. And I got to go to post-op in the morning. So I'm going to see if Dr. Kagan actually, if he did take the pictures that I asked and everything. But I say all that to say I was a G. Surgery was great. I didn't get everything done that I was expecting to get done for several reasons. As I told y'all, my bariatric surgery years ago, so I have a lot of excessive skin. I had no idea how much skin because what I thought was fat was actually skin. So when I actually, first let me tell y'all something. As far as your blood work is concerned, I'm anemic. So my blood count is normally extremely low. And when I first found out that I was anemic, it had went all the way down to a 6. And I had to get an emergency iron infusion. I never had a blood transfusion, but an iron infusion. So that's began the journey of my infusions, and the anemia played a part in everything. So when you come down, they want each place is different, but for my surgery center, they want your blood to be, I think it's a 11.5, something like that. So understand I had already prepared for this. I got iron infusions, and my infusions, I got one April 28th. Then I got the last one on March the 3rd because they have to give you the infusions exactly 1 week following. And then the following week, I came here. So I knew that my levels would shoot up. So by the time I came down here, I'm probably at 15, 16, whatever. I don't even know how high it goes. But the problem is my mom is telling me to tell y'all to bear with me because I'm on meds. So I'm talking a lot. But I'm trying to give y'all all the information that is needed. Because if you have a situation like me and your iron is low and you get infusions or whatever, make sure before you leave your city, if you're not from here, that you go and get another hemoglobin check and let them document that and send it to your center. Because when Dr. Kagan came in and, he reread what it was I was supposed to be getting done, and I was supposed to be getting a liposuction. I was supposed to be getting a tummy tuck with liposuction of the flanks and inner thigh lipo. And then I wanted to talk to him. I had questions like, well, can you sculpt out my back? Like hook me up as far as just doing your sculpting. Lord, she's in there snorting. Like, and when I say snorting, I'm talking about like she got allergies. But anyway, and that's Zoe. She in there doing that, She has these allergy things. So if y'all hear that, there's no strange animals or anything back there. But anyway, I was going to ask him about that. And then I had a couple of questions because I know that I have so much skin on my thighs. So I wanted to ask him about a thigh lift. And I know that it is possible to do a thigh lift at the same time as a tummy tuck in most circumstances. So when he came in, he says, oh, no, he said, he asked me all about my anemia, and he said, your blood is low. And I said, oh, no, it's not. And I went into the whole story about, I got a couple of infusions before I got down here. And he said, well, where did they document it? And I said, well, that's not documented because When I go to get the infusions, I said, I have documentation that I went and got them. I said, but they don't retake it because, I was coming back here. I didn't have another doctor's appointment. So I thought that they could draw my blood here since they drew blood for pregnancy. And they take so much blood from you down here. And I'm like, so he said, well, let me check. And he went to the girl that had drew my blood yesterday. And, long story short, they came back to me and said, no, your blood was drawn for pregnancy. And I was also getting a phone call while I was in the room from Jolie. And the lady was saying, oh, Dr. Kagan, we're refunding you part of the money because he cannot do your legs. He only will do your tummy tuck because your levels are too low. And I'm getting upset now because I'm like, I went through making sure I had my blood levels right and everything. So, but Dr. Kagan, he is so sweet and he's so understanding. And, his bedside manners are awesome. And, he heard me talking on the phone when he came back into the room. And I was telling my mom on the phone, like, this doesn't make sense. I went and got these infusions for this reason. And, when he came in, he said, I truly understand. He said, and I believe you. He said, so I know I can, take as much time as I need, in doing your tummy tuck because I have so much scar tissue and everything else from prior surgeries. And he made me, he said, I can do all that. He said, but because I don't have documentation, he said, I would never want to be doing your surgery and then your levels get low and you're passing out or, any medical things. He said, I have to be safe. He said, but I know you went and got your infusion, so I know I could take my time on your tummy tuck. He said, but let me see your legs because he had already marked my stomach up. And when he, I was showing him my thighs, like how, sometimes your butt and your thighs kind of almost run into the same thing because of the hanginess. And, he said, well, when I do lipo, I never do back there anyway. It's always normally an inner, or if a person has really thick thighs, they go on top. But as soon as I kind of opened my legs a little bit, he grabbed the section that where your legs rub in the middle. He grabbed it and said, this is not fat. He said, I'm not going to charge you to liposuction you, and there's no fat. He said, this is skin. He said, I need to give you a leg lift. And when he showed it to me like that, I was like, wow. He said, you have no legs. And I was just like, wow, this is weird. So the area that I see that, when I come back to get a thigh lift, when he takes that off, y'all, I'm telling you, I will go from probably wearing a size 14 pants to probably wearing a size 7, 8 pants because this is, I'm a thick girl, but that area that's taken up so much is so much skin. When he pulled it, I could see where my leg actually was. So I look good in my tights and my clothes. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'll worry about that later. Matter of fact, I will let them keep the monies on the book because you can keep on it for 2 years. And that'll be, my deposit will already be paid for that. But let me hurry up because I know I've been talking a long time. But just speak for y'all that have iron issues or whatever, make sure you get it documented. Because like they said, they only take the paperwork that is sent to them. So because I asked them, I said, Dr. Kagan, can you just get somebody to draw my blood and go check my hemoglobin? Because that's what my doctor does, but, in Philadelphia. But they don't do that. They're not here for that. And so I understood. And, I couldn't be mad or anything. But y'all, let me tell you, what I can say is, number one, anesthesiologist, okay, he was great. But during the time when I'm thinking he's prepping me, all I could say was, SHIT, I feel this stuff because I can get that little metal taste in my back of my throat. And I couldn't even say nothing else to him because I was already out and I don't remember anything from there. When I woke up, I remember saying, I feel this. and I could feel the pain. But I think because real pain comes from liposuction, I had no liposuction at all, not even in my flanks. The girl beside me was screaming help, and she crying. And I'm just like, I said, I could say it a little, but I couldn't really talk a lot loud or whatever. And it's weird because I hear when everybody get the muscle repairs and everything, they can barely breathe. You got to take, I don't have any problem, as you can see. But I was just like, excuse me, do y'all put pain meds in, do y'all give any pain meds after surgery? She said it's in the IV. I don't really think they had much in there. So I was just praying that my peoples will hurry up and get there so I can get some medicine. But it was like a very uncomfortable, not like a hurt where I could cry and scream and, all of that, So I'm assuming that all of that goes on is from girls that get liposuction because, you figure all that sucking, so it's like getting beat up, and then you're extremely sore. My tummy tuck, I feel the pressure. I could feel the pain, and it was like a irritating type of pain. And so I told them I was cold. I was freezing. Girl, they brought over a thing that looked like it had a vacuum cleaner hose. She put it up under my covers. Baby, I had heat running up and down, and I could grab it with my hand and put it up my neck. They took care of me. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, Jolie Plastic Surgery, I don't know what everybody else went through, but they are number one to me. So they kept me extremely warm. It wasn't like they put a heating blanket on me or anything. They gave me full-fledged blowing heat. So finally, when it was time for my daughter and them to come and get me, I remember, they wheeling me out. And I'm going to show y'all pictures. I remember my daughter saying, Dad, she getting herself in the car. I ain't had time for all that, hold me up, grab me. Like, I was sore. I was ready to go home. I was ready to go get some drugs for real. Because, the pain was real. But I could deal with it. But I just wanted to get home. And I got myself in. Now, the car ride was very uncomfortable. And it did hurt because I couldn't figure out which way to really sit. They don't want you to lay straight, stand straight. They don't want you to pop no stitches or whatever. So you kind of walk a little bent over. But in the car, like if I sat completely straight up, I felt like where my drains were, it would burn. If I go back too far, so I had to find my happy medium, and then I would hold on. Then I would try to sit up, but you can't really do too much sitting up and all that on your own. So it was very uncomfortable. Got to the house, and they were like, slow down. Slow down. I wanted to get in the house to get me some medicine. Okay, y'all. So surgery for me wasn't bad at all. Now, I don't know what I'm going to feel like next day. Like I said, right now, it's, I don't even know what time it is. Let me see. It is, it's only 1:07. It's 1:07 a.m. And like I said, I got my surgery almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm like 12 hours post-op, okay? I have to be at the doctor's in the morning for my post-op visit so they could check me and everything. As long as I took my meds and stay on your meds, even if it don't hurt that much, stay on your meds. Because as y'all can see, I'm good. All the expectations that I had, all the anxiety, it wasn't that for me. So I'm doing good. I could definitely feel that they did the muscle repair and pulled their muscles back because it is tight, baby. It's tight. And I'm so funny about blood running down. You see the blood running all on everybody. I just had my incision hip to hip under my panty line, and I had my 2 drains coming out. But, you know, every time I get up to go to the bathroom or something, I notice that the fluid is coming out of me where the drains are or whatever. So I'm constantly wiping. I don't know what people, I don't know how I would be able to stand it with all that blood all over the fire highs and all. Oh, God. I'm thanking God right now that I didn't get that at the same time because I don't know if I would be able to deal with that. But let me tell y'all something. I'm snatched. When I tell y'all, first of all, I ain't never seen my belly button in, oh my God, in so many years. Because even when they fixed it, it was like all the way up and twisted in. I'm going to show them, insert some pictures. And, well, I can't really show y'all because it's dark. But I can kind of, I got little pads and stuff all tucked in and stuff. So, you know, because I don't want nothing running. I'm just so picky. They keep telling me I'm too bougie for this kind of stuff. But, so when y'all see the pads, it's not pads like for menstrual or nothing. It's just to clog the holes and stuff. But I want y'all to, I'm going to cover myself because I know my husband, he would have a fit, you know, showing too much of the good goods or whatever. And I keep mentioning him because he paid for everything, and I thank him for that. That was part of my Christmas gift. But if y'all could see, just, I got pads on, I got, you know, listen, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to crop the pictures in a way that you will be able to see just that area. When I tell you I'm snatched, I didn't even know that. I guess I had so much skin and really no fat under there. All that flab that it looked like I had, when they cut the part out they're supposed to cut off and pull down the skin, they didn't even do they didn't liposuction no fat at all. So I guess I really didn't have fat under there. When they pulled it down, my stomach caves kind of in. Now, I'm going to be swollen the next couple of days. It's going to get bigger and bigger before it gets smaller. But I had to go to the bathroom and take the thing off because I was uncomfortable for a second. And when y'all see this, and he said he didn't have to liposuction my flanks because my flanks was actually additional skin. I don't know how he pulled it around to the front area. I don't know how he did it. But I had no liposuction, and my back is darn near flat. I have like maybe a little roll when I start waist training that will take that out. It's amazing. That's all I could say. It's truly, truly amazing what this man has done with just a tummy tuck. I really look like a different size person altogether, even though my thighs are super thick and all that kind of stuff. He did an amazing job. So I think I didn't gave y'all the whole rundown of everything. And like I said, I will insert pictures because I didn't get a chance to, you know, film anything. And I didn't feel good. Like, I mean, that pain riding in that car just was a little brutal. You know, I ain't going to lie to you. But as far as tummy tuck, that's not a bad procedure for me at all. And like I said, I think it's the liposuction that really beats everybody up. So, as I said, this is my 12-hour post-op video. And when I go in the morning to the doctors, I will bring y'all along with me then as well. So thank you for all the prayers and everything. And listen, if you're not a person that's into surgeries or, you know, this was an elective surgery, but it was a needed surgery. It wasn't something I just, I want to get it because I want to look cute for somebody or I want to go out there and get something. It don't have nothing to do with that. You have to like who you are when you look in the mirror. And to lose 125 pounds and still see yourself as fat, that's a psychological, mental thing that you wouldn't understand unless you're going through it. And so, you know, if I'm going to lose all that weight now, I want to get the shape that I'm supposed to have. So that's all I'm doing. But if you're not one that likes surgeries or, please no bad mouth and no bash and no, fat shaming or anything. Just move on to another channel. That's all. Because I'm here to share information, give other people hope, lift up people that have been going through the same journey and didn't know what they could possibly do. And for people that don't have the cash money to pay for the surgeries, they do have Care Credit. They do have United Medical. You can finance it like you finance a car or anything else. There's other ways. And we're in a pandemic right now. People done got so much PUA money and taxes. Y'all better save y'all money, put it aside, and get on down here to Miami. Because the prices is the best. The doctors is the best. And just do your body the best. That's about it. So I'm just going to say I will see y'all tomorrow. As I always say, my journey is your journey. Let us all journey together.